right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
New charges in a deadly crash. Days before the suspect is due in court, what the new allegations reveal about the crash that killed his daughter and ex-girlfriend. A facelift for Greenwood Cemetery. Volunteers out in force helping restore the historic cemetery.
It gives me inspiration that this place can be turned around and beautified.
But first tonight, a brazen theft. Crooks steal a long-standing church bell overnight, and neighbors say the criminals took days to do it.
I saw the bell sitting right where it should sit, and the next time I walked by there, it was busted off sitting in the grass there.
Thanks for joining us at 10 tonight. I'm Brent Solomon. Criminals committing an unholy act, stealing a historic bell from a Soulard church. It happened at St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church outside of the rectory. 5 on Your Side's Alex Fees explains the thieves were caught on camera.
Right. It was right there. It was right there. It's busted on the hinges.
A Soulard resident shows us where the bell was located.
The first church bell from the first church, which is going back to 1849.
Father Bruce Foreman, pastor at Soulard's St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church, posted these photos of the bell and the thieves in action on Facebook.
Somebody may see it or be suspicious if they try to sell it to somebody.
Soulard resident Paul Mondane believes he may have heard it happen.
I know it's a vehicle beeping, backing up, the backup beep sound of a utility vehicle.
Yeah.
And it lasted about half an hour because it woke me up. It's early in the morning.
Yeah. What time?
Roughly I looked at my phone about 4, a little bit after 4 a.m.
Father Foreman says the thieves cut the bell from its base, but then it actually sat there on the ground in the grass for a couple days before they removed it, as if they didn't realize how heavy it is.
And they knocked the top of the light pole off of the pole. And so I think they were trying to work under the cover of dark, get rid of the light source, and do their business.
Soulard resident Will Munt speculates on a motive.
But you got to melt it down. It's obvious what it is.
Unless you could sell it to a salvage yard or something.
The salvage yard shouldn't pick up on that. You got to figure it out. Call a cop.
I'll give you that.
Good luck to you.
All right, you too. Thank you. In Soulard, Alex Fees, 5 on Your Side.
And police are checking that security video to see if any cameras captured a license plate number. If you know anything about this crime, call St. Louis Police. Tonight, an arrest warrant for the driver of a deadly crash that happened 2 years ago. Friday, prosecutors filed murder charges against Carlos Clausen in the deaths of his 2-year-old daughter and his ex-girlfriend. Police say he was going 30 miles over the speed limit when he ran a stop sign near Halls Ferry Circle. He hit a curb and crashed into 2 trees, killing both passengers. Surveillance video shows Clausen did not apply the brakes and made no attempt to avoid the crash. He was previously charged with involuntary manslaughter with a jury trial scheduled for Monday. Well, tonight, St. Louis police investigating a deadly double shooting in North City. Police showed up to Cass Avenue, that's in the Jeff Vanderloo neighborhood, around 3:30 this morning. They found a man shot in a parking lot and another man shot in a nearby field. The first victim died on scene. The other man rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. Right now, police have not identified a suspect. Tonight, the College Hill neighborhood getting a little TLC. Volunteers came out to the Grand Water Tower for the annual Clean Up, Build Up initiative. It's hosted by the City of St. Louis, the Urban League, and the Regional Business Council. The work included trimming brushes, cutting back grass, and clearing off walkways there. Volunteers also installed motion cameras and gave out free gun locks. Right now, a historic cemetery in Hillsdale, Missouri is getting a makeover. A youth group is working to preserve Greenwood Cemetery. That's where Harriet Scott is buried. 5 on Your Side's Travis Cummings reports.
Right now, we're mulching to allow the trees to grow.
They're using their hands to preserve the land.
We just meet up on Saturdays for a couple hours and do our time for the communities.
Riley Poirot and the Missouri Botanical Gardens Outdoor Youth Corps are breathing life back into the historic Greenway Cemetery in Hillsdale. They're planting a new grove of native trees and bushes on the grounds.
We were here 2 weeks ago and we removed honeysuckle from this entire area. It was completely overrun.
The young gardeners have power-drilled stiff soil.
Let it soak in first.
And Beyond Housing is doing the much-needed watering. Every effort to take care of the first non-denominational commercial cemetery for African Americans in the St. Louis area, established in 1874.
Harriet Scott is buried here. It's just very important.
We have planted a living amenity to honor the souls and the lives of the over 50,000 Black St. Louisans who are buried here.
In 2015, when this work started, they tell me you couldn't even see the headstones in this cemetery. That's until Shelley Morris and her husband Raphael formed the Greenwood Cemetery Preservation Association and stepped in to clear weeds and illegal dumping on the 32 acres.
The cemetery had laid abandoned for a minimum of 3 decades. And when we started volunteering, we really just saw the need.
For them, it's personal.
We have family buried here as well, but we knew that others couldn't visit their loved ones at that time as well.
This soil is touching souls.
I really love coming out and doing this stuff.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Well, as we get ready for daylight saving time to end, the St. Louis Fire Department is helping keep families safe. Today, firefighters participated in the Red Cross Sound the Alarm campaign. They installed nearly 1,000 fire alarms in homes all throughout the city. Last year alone, firefighters responded to more than 500 house fires in St. Louis.
Smoke alarms going off help to make sure that you've got the time it takes, even a few extra seconds, to be able to get out safely from a home fire. Home fires are the most frequent disaster that we respond to here in the metro and around the nation. Having a working smoke alarm will indeed save your life.
Now, if you're having trouble with your smoke alarm, you can reach out to your local fire department or the American Red Cross. They recommend replacing them every 10 years. An update today on the tentative contract agreement with the United Auto Workers and General Motors. The president of the UAW says the deal would include a wage increase, an end to tiered vacation time, and the right to strike over plant closures, outsourcing, and investment. While addressing union members, Shawn Fain vowed to continue to help other unions negotiate their contracts.
At the UAW, we know that our fight for a record contract is more than just a fight against the big three. It was a bare-knuckle match between the working class and corporate greed.
The UAW reached a deal with GM Monday after already reaching tentative agreements with Stellantis and Ford. The strike lasted 6 weeks.